and I got almost everything wrong. I was making money, and I was spending it recklessly on different things. So when you have an opportunity to do, do as you can do as much as you can do. So there are principles of living, there are principles of making money, there are principles of even staying married. So if you don't follow those principles, you fail it.
I have difficulties in my job. I have difficulties in taking decisions in terms of what I want, what's my purpose really on earth. I keep, even as old as I am, I keep thinking about that. I'm not sure I've really attained or I've gotten to that point, that main purpose for which I am made. So I'm still searching.
What is the hardest thing life has taught you?
The hardest thing life has taught me. How do I answer that question? Okay, one of the hardest things that has happened to me is the loss of my child. Apart from that, um, I would say life is a going concern. What I mean is, every day you have one difficulty or the other, and what that does for me is when I have such difficulties, I don't see it as an end to life. I see it as a process of growth. So I learn from it and I move on. So basically that's it. So I have difficulties in my job. I have difficulties in taking decisions in terms of what I want, what's my purpose really on earth. I keep, even as old as I am, I keep thinking about that. I'm not sure I've really attained or I've gotten to that point, that main purpose for which I am made. So I'm still searching.
Are there any principles to life that one can follow?
There are principles to life.
Okay.
First and foremost, huh? Apart from the fact that you need to be a Christian, like you need to genuinely volunteer, okay? You have to be truthful. And you have to know that whatsoever you sow, you reap. You can't sow yam and reap cocoa. It is definite. Even without you knowing, you reap. Definitely. That's my basic principle in life.
Thank you so much. Okay. What is the hardest thing life has taught you?
Huh?
The hardest thing life has taught you. Confront.
This question.
The hard.
It's hard.
No, but then you need to tell us something because we want to learn.
Yeah, one of the things I think I can remember is that when I started my life new,
Yeah.
I was not a Christian, and I got almost everything wrong. I was making money, and I was spending it recklessly on different things. It was done on me when I now know Christ that I'm supposed to be saving for myself, for my learning day. That was when I started making stuff out from it. So life taught me that I should be saving for my learning day, not to eat all that I have every time.
All right. And that has helped you.
It has helped me. It has made me to grow
Wow.
financially.
Great. So, are there principles to life, like life principles?
There are
Those
life
principles that
principles.
people can follow.
They are life principles.
Okay. Can you tell us some so people don't make mistake to avoid that mistake?
First of all, know who you are, know what you like to do,
Okay.
and above all, know God. Once you know God, there are things that you'll be restricted from, like reckless life. There are things that you will find peace in doing if you know God. So there are principles of living. There are principles of making money. There are principles of even staying married. So if you don't follow those principles, you fail it. You get it wrong.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. I get you. Yeah. The hardest thing life has taught you.
The hardest thing is actually friends, so-called friends. When people are not reliable, when you try to meet up with people that are not reliable, they taught me so many lessons. Though I don't regret it because it really led me to be more stronger, to depend more in God than in human.
Right. Oh, nice one. So, are there any principles to life? Principles that one can follow to help so that people won't make mistake to avoid mistakes.
Just follow God's direction. Because when you want to create your own, I don't know, your own might not be that strong. to keep you going.
Yeah.
But once you are in line with the principle of divine direction, you are good to go.
Oh, so thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And thanks.
What is the hardest thing life has taught you?
Planning well.
Explain.
So I think you should be conscious of what you do at the right time, at the right place. So if you don't plan well, when people say life is turn by turn, and someone say opportunity come but once, for me, those that believe in God, I believe that it's not once, but sometimes it look like it's once. So when you have an opportunity to do as you can do as much as you can do. So yeah, that's what I can say about that by planning well.
Okay, that's good. What are the principles for life that someone can follow to avoid mistakes?
I think number one is you have if it's possible to have a mentorship, which is nice, but sometimes I think life is kind of will I say you can't really predict because of what people that even thought is your mentor can still sometimes make you do the mistakes. But it's when God with you can direct your footstep of like your mentorship to be there. God will use him to speak, to lecture you or to direct you which way to follow. You get. So for you to not to make mistakes, I think you should like have ideas of what you really needed or what was your dream or your what you wanted in life.
Yeah.
So as a young guy coming up, a young lady coming up, or entrepreneur that coming up, you already know what you wanted, what you needed, how beautiful you design your life to be, or the path it can be. So you working towards of it, knowing the right thing to do. You needed this, you needed that, you want to achieve it, you want to achieve that. There's a time when those things can be easier as you thought it. So when if you mistakenly don't really take an advantage of those things that time, it might be something else. So yeah, that's the principle that I can say, like, be humble to learn, put to work, believe a hard work. That's what pays, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to put to work. That's what it is, you know what I'm
Thank you
saying?
so much. Thank you much, my friend. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I'll see you then. Let's go. Quick question for you. Afternoon, sir. I want to ask you, what is the hardest thing life has taught you?
Well, over the years, well, well, the hardest thing life has taught me is always be prayerful. Yeah, that's the most important thing. You need to walk with God in life. That's the best anything anybody could always hope on in life. And that's all. That's all. Just always hope in God. Believe in God. Yeah. So that's all.
Wait, are there principles to life? Those principles that
Sure.
one can
There
follow
are
to
many
avoid.
principles to life.
Okay, can you give us
And
some?
one of the principles to life is one you need to be born again. Make sure that you walk with God. It's basic. It's a foundation.